underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind, 'cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning, 'cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Oh. How many times do I have to tell you, even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating, risking it all, though it's hard.
Small cafe, I come to hear you play, and drink and dance the night away. I sit out in the crowd and close my eyes to read your mind, but you don't know, you don't even know that I am there. I wish that I was in your arms like that Spanish guitar, and you would play me through the night till the dawn. I wish you'd hold me in your arms like that Spanish guitar all night long, all night long, all night long. I'd be your song, I'd be your song. Fill my heart with every note you play. I pray you look my way and hold me to your heart someday. I long to be the one that you caress with tenderness, and you don't know, you don't even know that I exist. I wish that in your arms, and you would play me through the night till the dawn. I wish you'd hold me like that Spanish guitar all night long, all night long. I'd be your song, I'd be your song.
Te sientes entre la gente, cierras tus ojos y sueñas que soy tuya, pero yo no sé ni siquiera que estás ahí.
I sit out in the crowd and close my eyes to read your mind, and you don't know, you don't even know that I exist. Spanish guitar, you would play me through the night till the Never say goodbye. Someone tell me why did you have to go and leave my world so cold? Every day I see it as myself.
Thank you. Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Please, let's settle in very quickly so that this program can commence forthwith. We appreciate you. Please, let's settle in very quickly for the commencement of the program. Let's take our seats. The Honorable Attorney General of the Federation is very much around here. As soon as we settle in, we will usher him into the hall. Please, let's settle in very quickly. God bless you all. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please, let's settle in very quickly. Please, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's settle in very quickly. As soon as we are seated, this program will commence. The Honorable Attorney General of the Federation is very much rank. In a moment from now, we will usher in into the hall, and then the program will flag off forthwith. Thank you for coming. We appreciate your patience. Give us low-level music. Can we have it low-level now?
Something's
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Any moment from now, the man we are celebrating today will be right in this hall and with the leadership of the university. And, of course, Emmanuel Chambers, the organizers of this reception. Once again, we appreciate you. We thank you for your patience. Those of you who have come from far and near, it's because of the love you have for these gentlemen. That is why you are here this afternoon. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind, may we be upstanding to receive the founder and the man we are celebrating today, the Honorable Attorney General of Federation, Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI SAN. History is not only being made today, it is being repeated. Bearing in mind that Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI is the second alumnus of Emmanuel Chambers to be appointed the Attorney General of the Federation and Commissioner of Justice, Minister of Justice rather. The first being Chief Akinolujimi. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. The day is eminently blessed, and obviously blessed too. As we are coming into the hall, we were ushered in with beautiful showers of blessing by the Almighty God. That is a confirmation of the blessedness of today. Please, you may have your seat. God bless you. Please be seated.
My lords present here, our distinguished hosts, grandfather, father, founder, and the iconic citizen of Ado-Ekiti, Nigeria and Africa in general, Are Afe Babalola, our special guests and the celebrant of today, our own Prince Abdul Lateef Olasukanmi FAGBEMI SAN FCIArb, other distinguished guests present. Before I go into the protocols, my name is Adeyinka Moyosore Kutoye SAN. I shall be handling this program with the PRO of this wonderful university. You are all most welcome to this occasion. May we please rise for the national anthem. Once again, I welcome everybody to this wonderful August occasion, but happening in September. Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies, sir. The upward anthem.
Please, technical team, can we have about anthem, please?
May we please sit for a while? We'll get the award in about a minute.
Can we render
Please
it?
come. Thank you.
Are unique and upward we come, oh, upward we come, upward we come, oh, upward we come, founded by a fan, Babalola, a believer in industry and determination. A unique environment with aesthetic structures, a beckoning university, delivery unequal, design for high quality education to mold character and infuse knowledge how to lead others. Proud of our brand, they launch a path to excellence with determination and faith in upward philosophy of industry, service and character. Our future for greatness and excellence is assured. And excellence is assured. And excellence is assured.
Thank you. We have in our midst this afternoon our very revered and iconic grandfather, Baba, founder, mentor, benefactor, teacher, trainer, boss to so many of us. Motivator, generous man. I'm talking of no other than Are, which I pronounce with due respect, Afe Babalola, SAN, LLD, and the founder of this best university in the world. With our Baba, is his ever beautiful, gorgeous, and shining damsel, Yeye Are Afe Babalola, I'm sure she's shocked how I got to know that. Thank you, Yeye, for taking care of our grandfather. The celebrant of today is also here, the honoree, and he is no other person than the freshly minted Attorney General and Minister of Justice of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Prince LATEEF Olasukanmi FAGBEMI, SAN. We also have present here those of us, or those who are formerly with us on this side of the divide, but who had crossed over to the bench. In no particular order, permit me to recognize Honorable Justice Tayo Aluko and his wife. Permit me also, in that same mode, to recognize Honorable Justice A.L. Akapu of the Lagos State High Court. Distinguished learned colleagues, in our midst we also have the twin brother of our freshly minted Attorney General, my Oga, and the man who will always give me a knock in court anytime we clash, Chief Adeniyi Akintola, with the greatest respect, sir, SAN. We also have a very wonderful and distinguished international arbitrator in our midst, the man who had been holding forth for Baba even before Baba decided to relocate to Ado-Ekiti. One of those who mentored me, and I remember his wife then used to call me, where is that towel lawyer? The lawyer carrying towel. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Mr. Adenipekun, SAN, and his wonderful wife. I can see my Egmo. I don't know whether he's in the hall yet. Mr. Oludaramola, SAN. Please, he is a very humble Ekiti. Please come forward. Come forward, sir. Thank you so much. Can we give him another round of applause? He is an excellent study in loyalty and dedication. I also have here present the scion of the founder and also my learned brother Silk, Mr. Tunde Babalola, SAN. We have also in our midst retired AIG Tunde Longe. Bola Longe, you are most welcome, sir. We also have in our midst the acting vice chancellor of this world-class university, our chief host today. Professor, you are most welcome, sir. We have other distinguished, sorry, Cobra, forgive me. We have in our midst the man I used to call, the first name I knew about him was Cobra. Up to today, I can't even pronounce his name very well. But I know he will pardon me and stand. Please, thanks for recognition, sir. Mr. Olawoye SAN. You see, there is this spirit. There is this spirit with Emmanuel Chambers. Spirit of brotherhood, oneness, and competition. I want to use my experience, my first experience with the distinguished learned brother Sik. I didn't meet him in Chambers. But I recall that any time, even as a copper, when he sees me in court, he was always giving me the due regard and respect that as if I had been in Chambers with him. And that is common with everybody that had passed through that office. Can we please give ourselves another round of applause? We also have present another gentleman that the first thing I knew about him was his nickname, but I won't mention it again so that I will not be penalized twice. Mr. Sikiru Soni. Oga Slow. I can see the former Attorney General of my dear state coming in. Dr. Olumide Ayeni, SAN, you are most welcome. Permit me, if I have not mentioned your name as a colleague or a senior advocate, this round of introduction is still going on. I will get back. We are all most welcome, and we are all very, very important to this occasion. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, my distinguished brother. He has introduced so many of our guests here present this afternoon. But with your permission, let me introduce some of our leaders from the university. The mentor, the leader, the founder, the pathfinder at Afibala has been duly introduced. The same thing goes with his amazing wife, Yeye Aremodupe Babalola. Let me properly introduce the active Vice Chancellor of this university. Our Vice Chancellor, as we are speaking, is speaking a multitude of awards for the university and for herself in Tanzania, but is here ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Sylvester Ojo. You are welcome, sir. We have in the house to celebrate the joy of the moment with us the Chief Administrative Officer of our university. I'm talking about the Registrar, Lady Christy Oluborode. We appreciate you. The man who makes things happen here, without God, the founder, his wife, and this man, it may be difficult for us to gather here. He's in charge of N and K, not sodium and potassium. I'm talking about Naira and Kobo. Talking about the Minister of Finance and Economic Development of Abuad, the Bossa, Pastor Bodupe Bala. We appreciate you. All of us know the import of books in the life of everybody, lawyers, doctors. The University Librarian is very much with us. Lady Zubar, you are welcome, ma'am. We have a member of the Governing Council of our university right here with us. An eminently humble human person. I'm talking about Professor Goyega Babalola. From where I'm seated, I can see Mr. Demola Aladekomo, a very good friend of the university, one of the sons of Ààrẹ Afẹ́bọlá. We appreciate you. You're welcome, sir. And I think we should do this. I know many of you are very senior citizens. May I respectfully ask all the Emmanuelites in the house to please be upstanding. All Emmanuelites except the founder. All Emmanuelites in the house to be upstanding. Please, let's celebrate them. They are the ones who put this thing together in honor of their colleague, brother, and friend. That is the stuff that chamber is made of. As time goes on, you will get to learn, to know a lot more about these chambers. We are celebrating excellence today. I told you earlier on that Prince FAGBEMI is the second Attorney General of the Federation to have emanated from that chambers. I can tell you for free that that is one chamber in Nigeria that has produced as many as 25 senior advocates. I don't know of any other that has gone that far. When my brother was introducing some people the other time, he mentioned a retinue of judges. There are many more at the High Court level, at the Court of Appeal level. I don't know. Do we have representation at the Federal Supreme Court? If not, we will get there sooner than later. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I welcome all of you to this momentous occasion. It promises to be a great day, and indeed it's going to be a great day. So sit back, enjoy yourself maximally and optimally. I wish you well. God bless you all.
Well, may I seek your indulgence to recognize the presence of the Solicitor General of the Federation, Mr. Dayo Akpata, SAN. Former. Okay. Oh, AG Ekiti State, please. I've corrected myself. May I humbly invite the chief coordinator of today's event, Mr. Adebayo Adenipekun, SAN.
Our mentor, principal, and father, Ààrẹ Afẹ́bọlá, OFRCON, SAN, LAD, etc., 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 etc. Our mama, Yeye Ààrẹ Afẹ́bọlá, my lords, the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice, learned senior advocates, learned colleagues, eminent personalities, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this event. This is a luncheon in honor of our own, Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI SAN, FCIArb, the Attorney General, Honorable Minister for Justice. It is indeed a celebration of our principal for what God has used him to achieve in our lives. Prince FAGBEMI is just an example of such achievement. God has used Ààrẹ Afẹ́bọlá to produce lawyers of distinction, executive directors of blue chip companies. Mrs. Bimbo is here, former executive director of Sky Bank, professors of law. Professor Aderibigbe is here. He's a professor of law. Senior advocates of Nigeria, I cannot mention them. They are there, plenty. And justices of various courts. Justice Lawa is here, and Justice Akintayo is here. We have Justice Dena Akintola. We have Justice Majeko Dume, and several of them. Today is just one of such opportunities to appreciate God and what God has used him to do for us. Therefore, with all respect, may I ask, except Are and his wife, to be seated while all others give a standing ovation to our mentor, our principal, and his wife, Yeye Are. While we are doing that, can we have a song from the DJ? Appreciation.
Appreciation. Mo dúpẹ́ oníbù ọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi. Appreciation. Mo dúpẹ́ oníbù ọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi. Mo dúpẹ́ oníbù ọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi. Appreciation. Mo dúpẹ́ oníbù ọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi. Bí ènìyàn kan lọ́lọ́run mi rí o. Bí ènìyàn kan lọ́lọ́run mi rí. Bí ènìyàn kan lọ́lọ́run mi rí o. Bí ènìyàn kan lọ́lọ́run mi rí. Ẹ̀dá ló ń gbàgbé. Olúwa kò gbàgbé rẹ̀ nìkan. Bí ènìyàn kan lọ́lọ́run mi rí. Appreciation. Mo dúpẹ́ oníbù ọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi. Appreciation. Mo dúpẹ́ oníbù ọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi.
We thank the honoree of the day, Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI, SAN, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister for Justice, for accepting to be at this occasion in spite of his tight schedule. For a few of us present today, you may not know, Prince FAGBEMI SN joined the chambers of Afe Babalola & Co., known as the Emmanuel Chambers, for his youth service in 1985. In 1986, while staying in the chambers, he was conferred with the rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria at the age of 37. And at 10 years at the bar, he was the youngest in history to be so conferred. In all, Prince FAGBEMI spent 15 years of his practice in Emmanuel Chambers. He is the second product of our chamber to be appointed Attorney General of the Federation and Minister for Justice. No chamber has ever produced two Attorney General of the Federation. No chamber, only Emmanuel Chambers.
Anytime we're here, God bless you. If I don't introduce this man, he could take me to court, and I can't stand that. I'm talking about Rotimi Shodimu Esquire, a member of Governing Council of Unilag. We appreciate you. God bless you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we want to go quickly into goodwill messages. This is an opportunity for us to say one or two things about the man we are celebrating today. But we have to be guided and guarded in doing this. Ladies, sir, how many minutes do we give each person? 2 minutes? God bless you. So I have the authority of Emmanuel Chambers that every individual called upon to speak here has 120 seconds to make his or her presentation. Not more than that. We will appreciate if you keep to time. The first person I want to call upon to say a word or two about the man we are celebrating today is the representative of the NBA Ibadan. NBA Ibadan. Are we represented? Thank you. Do we have NBA advocates in the house? God bless you, sir. Let's celebrate my chairman. Lawyers are very good at keeping to time. I know my learned brother will do just that. 120 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Areg. Afe Babalola. Our Grand Patron of the Advocate branch of the MBA. Yeye Are Mudupe Babalola. The Honorable Attorney General and Minister of Justice of the Federation. The Honorary of today, Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice, Secretary of State. All 6 present, senior colleagues, gentlemen of the press. Today is a testament to the giant stride of our great patron at the MBA Advocate branch, Afe Babalola, who has produced national leaders, one of whom is Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, an erudite legal practitioner. I welcome everyone once again. Few months ago, we were gathered in this same auditorium to celebrate Afe Babalola at 60 years post-call. It was a colorful event to celebrate our leader, the leading light of law and legal education in Nigeria. Today's program also attests to the fact that our patron is a builder of lives and destinies. Kabiyesi, God will keep you more for us. Amen. To the honorary of today, and Ashifa par excellence, MBA Advocate branch is proud of you. I will congratulate you on your appointment. We sincerely wish you a very impactful tenure filled with developmental achievements. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Chairman, Advocate branch of the MBA. I have the authority of Emmanuel Chambers to please ask other people to skip the protocols, go straight to their messages. The next person I want to call is the representative of the family of the celebrant. I'm talking about Mr. Sikiru Soni. Is he in the house? Let's celebrate. As he is coming, please let's put our hands together for Ikere branch of MBA. They are fully represented in the house this morning. You're welcome, sir. 2 minutes.
We have been asked to speak for only 2 minutes, but I want to seek the indulgence of this audience to say that 2 minutes will not be enough for me to talk on behalf of our family back home. We are from Ijagbo in Kwara State, and LATEEF has been able to put our village on the world map. When the history of Nigeria is being told, mention will be made of Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI, SAN, as an Attorney General and Minister of Justice from that village, that small village where we grew up together. It is not by accident. My Lord, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have skipped something. They asked us to stay on existing protocol, but I will not stay on existing protocol because I have to pay homage to Are Babalola, our daddy, our grandfather, our mentor. He brought the two of us out of our village, from Ijagbo, a remote village there. And when we came, Yeye Are Babalola took us as our own children, because she prepares pounded yam for us every afternoon. We eat pounded yam every afternoon. This is the effort of Yeye Are Babalola. We appreciate you, ma. We thank you very much, ma. The landed SAN, Adedikweku, said LATEEF joined Are Babalola in 1985. No, we came there in 1984. We got there in 1984, but by the grace of God and the divine intervention, Are Babalola retained the two of us after our attachments and youth service. We did our attachment there. We did our youth service there by the grace of God and by the grace of Are Babalola. Well, I've been asked to talk about as a family member. It is not a misplaced, it is not a mistake to say that I should talk about FAGBEMI. FAGBEMI and I grew together. We grew together from the same compound. That is Bara ruling house of Ijagbo. And since we have been together, we have never been separated by anything. I pray to God that death will not separate us for about 100 years to come. So, my Lord, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I went to ABU. One thing about him, in that library, to read. So it is not by any mistake that he has achieved what he has achieved today. He is a hard worker. And let me tell you a story, just a simple story. When we entered law school, immediately we entered law school, he fell ill and had to be operated upon at Lutz. Justice Iyabo Olalere is a retired judge now. We'll go to Lutz every evening after our lectures and give him the handout, because I was collecting the handout. We sit on the same row. And he was in the hospital for close to 3 months. But by the time he came back, he read the handouts and he came up with 2-1. While those of us that are there, that are even in the class there, we are 2-2. 2-1 is equivalent of of first class. That time. Even with his absence from class, he relied on the handout and made 2-1 at the law school. And it did not take it did not take him time to recognize and discover him. And he gave him so much opportunities. It didn't take Chief time. So it didn't take him time to recognize him and to discover him. Having discovered him, Are Afebalola encouraged him, and he started arguing Supreme Court briefs while we are there at maybe 2 years, 3 years at the bar. There's a case of Sakpara versus UCH. He handled the brief at the Supreme Court. No wonder he was able to make SAN at the age of 37 and 10 years at the bar. That is, let me stop here so that I will not, the time is fast spent. If you allow me to continue to speak, I will speak till tomorrow. I thank everybody for giving me this opportunity. I thank Baba, I thank Yeye for taking good care of us when we were young, when we were there as young men just coming out of school. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause, please. As Ogaslo was speaking, two distinguished legal luminaries and also ex-Emmanuelites strolled into the hall. May I, with respect, recognize Mr. Chief Hakeem Olatunde Afolabi, SAN. He is the head of the Temitope Chambers in Ibadan. May I also, with respect, recognize Chief Dipo Olasope, SAN. Oga, where are you now? Or should I call your own nickname too? Thank you. We also have Alhaji Tunde Badmus, a distinguished friend of the firm. I know he has so many titles, so permit me, sir. All judicially noticed. And my friend and my brother, who is smiling to me with one side of his mouth. Okay. Senator Dr. Ajibola Bashiru, PhD, current secretary of the ruling party.
Thank you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We have in the house the executive governor of Ekiti State, Mr. Abiodun Oyebanji, popularly known as Bao. Let's celebrate the governor, please. Those of you who are here with us on July 10 will recall that this gentleman spent virtually the whole day. He waited patiently throughout the day. That is the kind of stuff this gentleman is made of. You are welcome, Your Excellency. Photographers, please. We appreciate you. Thank you. Your Excellency, once again, on behalf of our leader, our founder, and particularly Emmanuel Chambers, we welcome you to this arena this afternoon. Thank you, sir. Even though our brother, Mr. Sikiru Sonny, deliberately opted to spend more than 2 minutes, we cannot grudge him by virtue of who and what he is. But I will implore every other speaker to please keep within the 120 seconds limit so that we can run things the way we should run them. God bless you. With your permission, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I call on a classmate of the man we are celebrating today, talking about Mr. Adeyemi Adeyinka, to please come forward, say a word or two about his classmate, the Attorney General of the Federation. Mr. Adeyemi Adeyinka, are you in the house? Mr. Adeyinka Adeyemi. Okay, let's move further. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with your permission, may I invite to this side of the arena our distinguished brother and friend, Alhaji Tunde Badmus, a client, to say a word or two about the man we are celebrating today. Let's celebrate Alhaji Badmus, please. I know Alhaji Badmus will spend exactly 120 seconds because of who and what he is. I cannot regiment and control him. For those who don't know, he's a member of the board of trustees of this university. So I cannot control him, but I know as the good leader that he is, he will keep it within time. Thank you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. With all due respect, let me first of all acknowledge our Baba, because I know the governor will not like me to recognize him first before Baba. So let me recognize Baba, Chief Afe Babalola, who happens to be every one of us mentor here. Every one of us here, we have gone through him, and we appreciate him. I recognize Yeye Are, that thank you for taking care of our Baba till today. After that, Excellency, you are welcome, sir. All other protocol duly observed. Well, I was asked to speak as a client, or on behalf of the client of the chamber. I happen to be, I think, up to 50-something years with the chamber. Because the present edifice, it happened not to be the chamber, is the original chamber is first. You know where we have MK Abiola something, it has been renovated now. That happens to be the first chamber of Emmanuel Chamber. And it was not Emmanuel Chamber at that time. It was Emmanuel Chamber and one other person, which I would not like to mention. So I've been there. I've been with him. He has been the one mentoring me. He has been the one. I learned a lot of things about him. But today is not about him. Today is about our learned Sikh, the Attorney General of the Federation. is he? Well, he happens to be also, I think he met me in the chamber. He met me in the chamber as one of the Baba sons, and ever since, I know that any product of Affair can go anywhere and be proud that I am an Affair product. Chief Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI, who is he? Like I told our mentor, I told him that LATEEF FAGBEMI copied him from A to Z. But the only thing he did not copy happens to be the Ekiti blood in Baba. And what is this Ekiti blood? When Baba is annoyed, everywhere is scattered. When he's annoyed. But that annoyance, though, if you know it well, you just have to calm down. And within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, do whatever he asks you to do. Because he doesn't want to go for an answer. He wants a result. And before you get that result, Baba will have read ahead of you. He will have jotted down some points that he knows that you should know. And when you now come back with something that is not realistic, Baba will tell you, he will bloody fool you happy to say you don't know anything. But at the same time, there was a day I asked Baba, this your LATEEF FAGBEMI happens to be somebody that you seem to like. I said yes. He said, if you ask a case, you remember, he said, you mentioned something like, is it, I think Maduguri case. Baba had another case in Port Harcourt and left Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI in Maduguri, and the clients there were worried that Baba has left them. They don't know that Baba has already has another child who is as brilliant as he is. And at the end of the day, the clients were able to say, oh, leave this boy with us. You can go anywhere, Baba. So then again, there was another case he mentioned to me, which happens to be that of Bashorun. This is Are Ona Kakanfo. How the other party was served with the appearance or whatever you call it, notice. It was difficult, and Chief LATEEF and Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI was able to get that service despite all the odds. Because already the other party have already agreed that they should not accept the summon. But Chief LATEEF FAGBEMI, Prince LATEEF went to the wife and said, your husband have an important message, and this is the message. He delivered the message. Bam. So when they got to the court, because you have been served now. So Baba, I'm sorry. So when you are close to Baba, you will learn a lot of things from him. Well, today, let me just, I read in one, I listened attentively. Anything anybody wants to say about Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI, so please go and listen to what the NBA president said or about him when he was interviewed at the villa, and that shows that the type of a person that God has blessed this person's administration to bring into the government. I've never witnessed any NBA president mentioning important quality of an AG. He mentioned all those qualities of him, and he was able to say, this is the best they have ever had. With due respect to all those who have been aged in the past. So the NBA president has said it all. He mentioned all the quantity, his appearance in the court, his humility to a fellow colleague, every other thing you can talk about LATEEF FAGBEMI, but he copied it from Baba, except the other one which I mentioned, which I don't want to repeat again, the president of the governor. Does Ekiti have an agidi? No, I won't say that, Baba. So that was the only thing he did not copy. But any other thing about Baba, he has them. He's a builder, he's also building. But he's also building people. Personally, about me, he did one thing that I have to acknowledge openly today. To me, being a member of the chamber, I have a case. And anybody who have gone through it, we know that because we came here first. The two parties came here first, and Baba was able to tell the two of us that we were his client, and that, but the case he's seeing, the other party should go and find a way of begging me. The other party refused. They now went to Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI to say he should come and take the brief. I think they offered him about 20, that was about 11 years ago or 15 years ago now. They offered him 25 million naira. He refused that offer. He said, look, the case I'm seeing, go and reconcile, and I can never do a case against this man in my life. And that brings me now to the current appeal that the retiring Justice of the Supreme Court said that there is a need to reform that judiciary, which is going to be a task for him. You can imagine a case of 15 years, monetary value.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on this note, I want to invite to the podium. Let's celebrate Alhaji Tunde Badmus, who spoke on behalf of other clients of Emmanuel Chambers. We appreciate you, sir. I have it on good authority that Mr. Adeyemi Adeyinka, Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI's classmate in school, is here. Please be kind enough to make your way to this side of the arena and say a word or two about your classmate. Please, and please, ensure that you make your submission inside of 120 seconds, early as 2 minutes. Thank you. Let's celebrate my brother now. By virtue of your being his classmate, I know you have an army of things to say about him. Please wrap it all up within 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Are Afebabala, I bow and tremble, sir, to be in your distinguished presence. All other protocols, I stand on existing protocols so as not to waste time. I apologize that I got here late. I'm not too familiar with this area, so I took Google and it took me to Igede Ekiti, where there was a jam. It took me almost 2 hours to get out of it. So that is why I got here a bit late. I really apologize. Thank you very much. Let me also start by giving my profound thankfulness to the organizers of this program, who has given me this opportunity to address this august gathering on my good friend and classmate, LATEEF Olasunkanmi FAGBEMI, Honorable Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice. LATEEF FAGBEMI and myself entered Offa Grammar School in 1973. And from class 1, we became quite close. I will just make sure, I don't want to say a lot about him, but let me say that FAGBEMI and law had an uncommon friendship from secondary school. There was a magistrate court very close to Offa Grammar School. Yes, instead of Mr. FAGBEMI to come to class, to come and listen to history or literature, he would be at that magistrate court observing proceedings. And we will ask him that, you are not even a school SAT graduate. You are already listening, and he say, well, I can assure you, one day, I will also be making submissions before these judges. And lo and behold, today, Mr. FAGBEMI is not only just making, he's even now making the laws of the Federation. Congratulations, sir. I also want to say that Mr. FAGBEMI is a very tenacious person. If you know him, if he wants to achieve any goal, he will go all out to get it. What the other man just said, the man just before me said, I've seen him. I used to lecture at the University of Ibadan, and I will come to Afebala's chambers to do research. And I will see Mr. FAGBEMI around 9 p.m. saying, look, I can't go home. This matter tomorrow I just saw a new authority. I need to dissect it. So I will tell him that, well, I will leave you now. I'm on my way home. I have lectures in the morning. I say, yeah, I'm going to court too in the morning. And he will still wake up about 2, 3 a.m. to study in preparation for the next day's case. So Mr. Fagbemi is very tenacious, and he has always been a goal-getter. So we, his classmates from Ofa Grammar School, are not surprised that today Mr. Fagbemi has reached the pinnacle of law profession. Congratulations once again. To round up, I want to refer him, that is my brother LATEEF FAGBEMI, to what our principal of your then, the late Mr. Adelowo, used to admonish us when we were on the line, and today it still rings true. There is this little snippet from, we didn't know then, we thought it was even the principal that made up this snippet, but I have now found out that it was written almost 1820 by one Etienne de Grillet. And when I start now, you will see the recognition in Mr. Fagbemi's face, or Prince Fagbemi's face. The man tells us then, I shall pass through this way but once. Any good that I can do, or any kindness that I can show to any human being, let me do it now. Let me not defer nor neglect it, for I shall not pass through this way again. That saying is what I want to leave with Prince Fagbemi today, that he should continue to do all the good that he can do to fellow human beings, and that the Lord Almighty will continue to guide and guard him, and Allah's presence will be with him all the way. Thank you very much. I'm really grateful.
Thank you so very much. You are within time. God bless you. Let's celebrate my friend and my brother, Mr. Adeyemi Adeyinka. We've been listening to a babble of words all day. So we want to lighten up the environment a little bit with some kind of beautiful music. But before we go into that, with your permission, let me invite to this side of the arena Rotimi Shodimo Esquire for his own goodwill message inside of 2 minutes, please. Rotimi Shodimo Esquire, please. Two minutes, sir.
I'm wasting time. Honorable Minister, all protocol I want to say is observed. You see, there's a peculiarity I really wanted to point out, and I'm going to point it out. When we are celebrating today, some people could be envious and jealous, but I want to tell you, the lazy and indolent have nothing to really do with FAGBEMI, chief as he then was. This is a man, I must tell you, what we are celebrating today, Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI will bear me witness. Just as we are coming in, a photograph was to be taken, and the man did not know how to put his agbada properly. And what did the bossa say? Mr. Babalola, Mr. Modupe Babalola, you know what he said? He said, Oni ko mo won lara ni. What did I want to tell you? If you walk in the chambers and you come with any big agbada or one big dress, he will tell you to go away. Say, go away, my friend. What do you think? What do you think we are doing here? Again, I want to mention the spirit of timeliness. When you walk with affair to survive to this level of Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI, you must learn to keep time. What am I saying? Chief, we get to office as early as 7:30. He will leave office at 3 p.m. to go and take that sumptuous meal prepared by Yeye FAGBEMI. But that's not the end of the day. He will come back at 7 and will not leave until 1 a.m. Is that the type of person you want to work with? Okay? I once called him, I said, he's a slave driver. I had contact with him at the University of Lagos, and I said, what type of man is this? He will come to the council of the University of Lagos, all the way from Ibadan, and will be the first person to be there. When the professors wanted to speak, They will be late there. He will say, I will not allow you to speak. I'm the only one recognized here. And he got out with that. I want to talk about again that, you see, the person we are celebrating today is one of the survival of what? Of the fittest. It's not just a meeting. Myself that you are seeing there, I actually run away from Afe Babalola. His stake is too high. I don't want to be his boy. I don't want to be his friend. He should leave me alone. Then another thing that I want to see that will interest you. You only need to be good, and you only need to be hardworking to be close to Afe Babalola. Why? All those people that they have mentioned from SAN, Sikiru, from Ayeni, from Adenipekun, from Oludaramola, and also the person we are honoring today, they have all slept one way or the other in his boys' quarters. It wasn't that he was so nice. You know why he was there? He's a slave driver. When he find that you are good, Wale, are you there? Shino, are you there? He will say, let's go home together. When he takes you home, you work till daybreak and get things done. Is that the type of man you want to work with? So really, I want to really round up on this note. You see, Afe is not somebody that you will serve and you will regret in your life. He's a man who I saw before, Mr. Minister. Afe is going to tell you that don't give him government money. I saw a minister of education come to Afe at Ibadan. And when the man was going, he said, Baba, money kingbele wani. Only near Otijowo Ojoba. And that's how he rejected it. Give him a round of applause. Now, again, one thing that I want to tell you about him that is so unique. When you have annoyed him and you have done everything, make sure that either Isiaka or Taiwo of recent, that they will be called. And when they are called like that, you are going on with what? A bag of money. So, on this note, for all those who have slept in the office, Dr. Ayeni is found of being locked up in the office. I could remember of a case, the man was locked up, and when shift came in the morning, I found the two of them smiling to one another. What did I say? I said, I will never work with this man. You locked me up in the office. You know what Ayeni said? Ayeni said that I was able to enjoy the document that we're working on very well. So on this note, I want to say those who are envious or jealous today, you must go and double up and work hard. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to double up and work hard in my life again. Let him leave me alone. I'm good the way I am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ashodimu. I doubt if you will ever change. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with your permission, may I invite to this side of the arena another friend of the man we are celebrating today. I'm talking about Chief Adeni Akintola, SAN. Please be upcoming. I know you are doing some mandibular war. Don't worry, leave the war. Come and address the house. You can go back to the war later. Come and say a word or two about your friend. I announce the arrival of Mr. Kehinde Ogunwumiju, SAN. You're welcome. We appreciate you. We will come back to you. We will come back to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Our revered father, mentor, benefactor, teacher, and everything that is good to humanity. Kabiyesi, Are Afebabalola. I salute you, sir. Today is really a celebration of our father. We were here some few months back. May I, while studying a season protocol, recognize the presence of our governor. My governor, the amiable, humble, and energetic governor. And of course, my in-law, Befegongba Yaomi. You are welcome, sir. Our mama, Yeye, who have been a mother to many of us, unknown to many people. I greet you, ma. My learned brother six. All my loves in the house, I'm sorry for breaching protocol. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking about Prince LATEEF Olasokanmi Aderibigbe Aremu, Omo FAGBEMI, it's like speaking about myself. So naturally I will be biased. But let me first and foremost adopt as mine everything that has been said concerning him, especially by our father, Alhaji Tunde Badmus. He captured everything vividly. Lati and I ran out to each other in 1986. And since then, we've been so stuck together. Because our father and mentor, Are Afebabalola, is a talent hunter. He talent hunted me. And when FAGBEMI later took me to him, I became an Emmanuelite. Papa will send to my senior, who is also a junior to Papa. And that was why I was there when we were doing that famous case of Are Onakakanfo. I was a junior, learning at the feet of Are Afebabalola. I was also there at the presidential election petition of 1999. About to my father, Are Afebabalola, you must have an opinion. He tolerates no nonsense when it comes to his job. I must be hardworking. I greet you, sir. I forever remain grateful to you, sir. God will continue to enrich your coast and elevate your life. My friend and twin brother, Prince FAGBEMI, he and I have come a long way. We've seen it all. We've gone through many battles. But for him and Are Afebabalola, I wouldn't have been what I am today, apart from God Almighty. He made it possible. One thing, because I wouldn't want to bore you and start repeating what everybody has said. One thing you need to know about my friend is that he envies no one. My friend Prince FAGBEMI envies no one. And he's always very happy about everybody's successes. Ours has gone beyond just mere friendship. We are brothers of the same parent of different mother. And I can tell if I start speaking about FAGBEMI, I'll be here till tomorrow morning. So I want to share that and just urge all of us to keep on praying for him. It's not easy holding political offices in Nigeria. It's not easy. Even me, I as his friend, I know what I've been going through since his appointment. Sometimes I run away from home, from the office. And he turned around one day and said, "Oh, my Bajini." He said, "It's not easy being a friend of the president and the attorney general. You have to continue to bear the brunt." And I turned around to say to him, because so many in their hundreds, they come. Your Excellency, sir, I don't envy you. I now see what you will go through. And like my friend said, it's not easy being a president, a governor, or an attorney general in Nigeria. It's not easy. So I just want to urge all of us to keep on praying for him. God to give him the enablement to be able to navigate through the murky waters of Nigerian politics. And God will continue to help you. We will not relent on our horse. We will continue to pray for you because that's what we need now. And for those of us who are very close to him or claim to be very close to him, we must watch it. We must watch our utterances, the company we keep, what we do, and don't promise anybody anything on behalf of the Attorney General. Don't promise anybody anything on behalf of any public office holder. Might not go that way. So once again, I want to thank all of us for coming. I thank all of you, sir. Kábíyèsí, ẹ ṣé sir.
Thank you so very much, the learned Silk, for opening the curtain a little bit to see a little bit more about the man we are celebrating today. Before we lighten the environment up with some music, may I, with your permission, invite to this side of the arena Mr. Kola Olawoye, SAN, to speak on behalf of his other colleagues. Let's celebrate Mr. Kola Olawoye, SAN.
Kí gbogbo yín o, ẹ̀yin ọlọ́lá olóyè, ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọ̀dọ̀ gómìnà wa tí ẹ wá yẹ ọ̀rẹ́ wa sí. Òjò wa ti ń pa igún bọ̀ lọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́. Àdúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run pé a ní bàbá ń gbẹ́jọ́. Ìyẹn bàbá tó ju bàbá lọ. Ìyẹn Chief Ààrẹ Afẹ́ Babalọ́lá SAN. Kí ló jẹ́ kí n sọ bẹ́ẹ̀? Àwa celebrate ọ̀rẹ́ wa ni. I had an encounter with him in 1986 when I came to his chamber. Mo wọlé, I was called to the bar then. Mo wá ní bàbá, ọmọ kan báyìí Akpan, òun ni secretary wọn, bóyá secretary àbí accountant. Ó wá mú mi wọlé. Mo wá kí wọn, mo ní bàbá, mo kàn ń kọjá ní o. Mo ní mo ti gbọ́ Emmanuel chamber yìí. Mo ní but mo ń gbọ́ pé àwọn ọmọ George, àwọn ọmọ tó bá ti nífọ̀n lè kán, àwọn ọmọ minister lẹ́yìn máa ń gbà láti wá practice ní chamber yìí. Ó bá gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ̀ ó ní sit down. Mo wá jókòó. Ó wá ní who are you? Mo wá dárúkọ mi. Ó ní láti bọ̀. Mo ní láti ahéré kan tó ń pè ní Ọ̀wọ̀. Ó bá ní did you go to secondary school? Mo ní yes. You attended secondary school? Mo ní yes. And you attended a university? Mo ní of course in Nigeria. Ó dẹ̀ wá sọ pé ọmọ àtàpàtà dìde ni ẹ́. Ó ní sit down. Wọ́n bá fún mi ní lecture nípa life wọn. But where I am today, I've never seen the forward of a formal school. I am a self-made man privately. Ó sọ ti secondary school, ó sọ ti GC by correspondence, ó wá sọ ti law. Ó wá ní for what you have said, ló bá pe Chief Oisa of blessed memory pé go and give this man a chair there and let him start with work. That was why I started work with him. As Mr. I've forgotten the speaker here. Who says so? He said, thank you very much. He said this man is a slave driver. Of course, he will slave drive you, not knowing that he is preparing you for a greater achievement in life. I met LATEEF FAGBEMI, the celebrant of today, in his chamber. I never knew how he developed interest and love for me. So all the difficult cases tí mo mọ̀ tí mo kọ́ ní afẹ́ babalọ́lá ọ̀dọ̀ LATEEF FAGBEMI ni tí wọ́n bá ti tì í sí a ní cobra manisa ó ní já lọ ṣe kéèsì. That was what there was a day Justice Popoola wanted to imprison us. A lọ ṣe kéèsì lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ ní Òṣogbo. Ọ̀gá LATEEF tí mò ń bá ṣe bí principal mi ó dẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀, but the judge was never, you know, kò wà temperament kò ní sùúrù tó. Ọba ní Mr. Man, all this you have said is in your brief. LATEEF, of course, but I have to adumbrate. Ìgbà tí ó di pé wọ́n ń ta òun síra wọn ni àwọn senior wa tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sọ pé ó sọ fún principal pé ó take it easy pẹ̀lú chief pẹ̀lú judge. Mo bá ní well my lord, gbogbo nǹkan tó ń sọ yìí we are at our best when we are in the midst of hostility. Gbogbo wọn bá kọ̀wé wọn jáde wọn á kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ mo wá whisper sí pé ọ̀gá LATEEF tí wọ́n bá tiẹ̀ gbé yín lọ sí Iléṣà ṣé kò yẹ kẹ́nìkan padà lọ sí Ìbàdàn lọ sọ fọ́gá wa olókè ó ní tó bá jẹ́ yẹn ni ó ní kí n jáde síta tí wọ́n bá ti sọ pé kóun máa gbé lọ sí Iléṣà kí n lọ sọ fún bàbá afẹ́. Many other things ṣé court of appeal mo fẹ́ sọ ni I never knew I was being prepared. Who am I? My father was a carpenter. My mother kò lè fi ìdí coke kò lè fi kọ́ hó. And see, through the panel beating, through the matchless zeal and appetite for good work and diligence that Afe Babalola inculcated in people like us. That's why I can stand before you. I say, I'm Kola Olawoye SCN. Talo Mokolomi Leyo. I thank Chief Afe Babalola. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ pé ẹ jẹ́ what do I call it? A leading light to some of us. Àwọn ọmọ akúṣe báyìí. I'm not really concerned. I thank you for what you are and for being there for us. Thankful for what you have done to LATEEF. Ọmọ Tina aṣoríire o. And in a month's time, we shall come here to celebrate another sick produced by you in Jesus' name. Ẹ ṣé mi ò ní kankan sọ. This is our slave driver. He has made us what we are today, and we thank God for his life and what we are. Thank you, everybody.
Another round of applause for Oga Cobra. Can we have some music, please?
Your Excellency, we appreciate you. God bless you, sir. Gentlemen, at some point you will have noticed some kind of movement within the hall, people standing up to greet this wonderful Nigerian who just came in now. Throughout the day, his name has been mentioned severally in this hall as the first Attorney General Federal Attorney General produced by Emmanuel Chambers. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hand together for Chief Akin-Olujimi, SANCON. You are welcome, sir. Your name has been mentioned copiously before you arrive, so your name goes before you. So, sir, if you don't mind, can you be upcoming to say a word or two about your brother, Lanez Silk, and your experience with him? May I say too that Chief Olujimi is not alone. He came in with Alhaji Lasun Sanusi, SAN. Let's put our hands together for them. Sir, please, if you don't mind, be upcoming. Come and say a word or two about the man we are celebrating today. There's no doubt that you will have some words of advice for him, having worn that shoe before, so that it does not slip, it does not slide. Let's put our hands together for the former Attorney General of the Federation. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, 2 minutes, okay. Our Papa, Ààrẹ Afẹ́ Babalola, SAN, CFR, Mama, Ààrẹ Afẹ́ Babalola, Your Excellency, the Governor of Ekiti State, the man of honor, Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI, SAN, the Honorable Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I have to apologize profusely for coming late to today's program. My understanding from the very beginning, when we were putting it together, was that we would have a dinner. And I had some other engagements at Ibadan. So I had hoped I would attend the Ibadan program around 10 to 12. Latest by 2 p.m. I will start coming here for the dinner for today, but it was at one program yesterday at Ibadan that I got to know that it will be a luncheon and not a dinner. So that explains why I had to come in late today. And maybe I would have been here earlier than even now if the roads were good. But I'm happy we have here with us Your Excellency, the Governor of Ekiti State. There is an appeal I want to make to you. You see, on behalf of we the children of Baba FAGBEMI, I got into Ekiti Township. I could have been here earlier if the road from the town to this place had been dualized. So, Your Excellency, you have to look into that. You have to help open up further this fantastic, this great university. There must be easy access to this university by road and by air. I know you have one airport already commissioned. If I'm right, now you have to make it functional. That's an appeal from the children of Ààrẹ Afẹ́ Babalola to Your Excellency. I'm very sure, from what I know of you, that you will not fail us. Baba has done so much for this nation. That is what has brought us here today. One of them that has brought us here today. And we want to be coming here more often. You have to make that easy for us, Your Excellency. Now, I'm happy to stand before you here today to say one or two things. I am one of the beneficiaries of the greatness of Ààrẹ Afẹ́ Babalola. When I joined the firm, I never knew what was in stock for me later in life. I just thought I was joining as a lawyer to learn from him because I had heard quite a lot about Baba while I was serving at the University of Ibadan. I had read quite a lot about him, and I prayed and wished and hoped someday I would have the opportunity of learning from him. So when that opportunity came, I just grabbed it. And in the course of it, you see, I cannot really tell you how much I learned from him. And the only way you can impress Baba is by working very hard. That I have taken from him, that every other person has taken from him, that LATEEF FAGBEMI, the Honorable Minister of Justice, has taken from him. And I can say here today that but for the opportunity we all have had to learn from him, today look at LATEEF FAGBEMI, one of the ministers of the Federal Republic. I had been through Baba because I was not in politics. I never even had the voters card. I didn't like politics. But through Baba, I became minister. Now I can tell you today that even LATEEF FAGBEMI was not in politics. He has no voters card. His own is to go to court, handle cases for the parties. That was all he was doing. But because of this connection we all have with Baba, FAGBEMI again today is also a minister. Now tell me, in this country, this great country of ours, which chambers, which firm? We have so many great names in the law, but which firm in this country today has produced 2 federal attorneys general? We thank you, Sir Baba. God has blessed you so much. You have so many children, you don't even know their names. You can't even know them when you see them. It is not possible. I know the population of the children is far, far larger than what we are seeing here. Many cannot come because of other engagements. But we are all happy, sir, that we have been opportune to come under you, to learn from you, and today, what we have learned from you has brought us into contact with success. I can say that proudly. And many of us here will share that same sentiment which I'm expressing now, because that is the truth. There is nothing to diminish that truth, because we all know that Baba is the driving force behind us. And we pray, sir, to God to continue to grant you good health, because at your age now, it marvels many that when we discuss with Baba, is still very articulate. Baba has a good hold of himself. He communicates with you very intelligibly. He is not in any way ravaged by age. And intellectually, Baba is there. Still a giant. God will continue to uphold you, sir. I know you are happy today that you have us, your children, here. You will continue to see us, sir. And God will continue to enrich your health. LATEEF FAGBEMI came into the chambers maybe some 4 years or 5 after I had been in the chambers. We happened to be very close from the moment he came into the chambers. And his progress along the line, I had the opportunity of watching him grow. I was his senior in chambers. Now, there is something about him that Papa may not know, which you will know today, sir. And that is, FAGBEMI put pressure on me when we were in chambers. Oga, please apply for the silk. Please apply for the silk. We know you are qualified to apply. Then I will tell him and say, Chief son is my senior in chambers. He has not applied. Let him apply. FAGBEMI will say, let the 2 of you apply together. If they give at least one of you, we will know that is a plus for us. But you have to wait for the 2 of you to apply at the same time. Now, it will happen that I will not apply, Chief son will not apply. Then FAGBEMI will say, Oga, you see now, You made us lose at least one position in this award. Then he will say, Oga, if you refuse to apply, by the time I'm 10 years old, I will apply. Something like a pressure he was putting on me so that I would apply for the silk. Somehow, Baba Eson, Chief Eson, late Chief Eson of blessed memory, applied and got it. On the tip of 10 years, FAGBEMI applied. He got it. And that's a record again for the firm of Afe Babalola, because there is no firm in this country today that can boast, you see, of that kind of achievement. It's been there since he became SAN. It has not been met and cannot, I think, be broken. It will remain there forever for him. When he got it, I was very happy. At a speech during his reception in Abuja, he said, when he was making his response, he said, how much happier would I have been if my boss, Chief Olujimi, has also gotten this award. But at the time he was saying that, God in fact was preparing him to be one of those who would also play a role, a very important one, in my own realization of that award. Sir, Baba, FAGBEMI, the year I got it, the year after his own, was the one who made it possible. How? At the short listing of applicants in Abuja, I didn't even go anywhere. I was at Ibadan there, waiting and hoping. FAGBEMI went to the registry to find out, registrar, what are the names of the people you have shortlisted for the award this year? My name was not there. FAGBEMI said, registrar, there must be an error, because I know somebody who is qualified, who applied, but his name is not on the short list. Please bring out your records. They brought out the records. They found, as he had said, that my name, that out of all the applicants, in fact, I should come first when they saw the record. That my record was better than any other applicant. Why, how, and why did they miss out my name? If FAGBEMI had not gone there, I would not have gotten the award that year. So God used him. God used him for me. And God has continued to use him for me. He has never failed to acknowledge me as his boss, even when by that award which he got, he became my senior. But everywhere he goes, he will say, my boss, my Oga. That's to show you how humble he is. Some others would have gotten their head bloated, that look, why do I have to respect him again? But FAGBEMI is there with you. Very humble, very respectful. I thank God for you, that God has chosen you now to be part of those who control the affairs of this nation. He will not fail you. You will come back a great success as you are, and further help to raise the bar regarding the firm that we all came from. God will use you for this country. God will use you for our society, and God will use you to further raise the firm of Afe Babalola. I thank God for today that I'm here, and we continue to pray for our Baba. God will continue, sir, to look after you. And Mama Ariafe Barola, we appreciate you. What I've been doing for Baba, we really appreciate you, and God will continue to uphold you. I thank you all.
The leaders wanted to confirm whether he spent just 2 minutes, and I confirm that he spent just 2 minutes. Let's put our hands together for him. Just like Professor Ojo said, prayers for the new Attorney General of the Federation. He needs it, a trailer load of it, for him to succeed. And he will succeed. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when my friend Delane Sek Kotoye was speaking about Baba earlier in the day, he described Ariafe Barola as a principal, a founder, and a mentor. I think he is more than that. Ariafe Barola is a pathfinder, a trailblazer, the man who saw tomorrow yesterday, a selfless man who declined the offer of being minister twice. I've often told him, give me once, I will grab it. And I wonder why he did not transfer the offer to me when it was offered. Ariafe Barola is a candle that lights other candles willingly without looking back. He's a man who is happy when people around him are happy. Above all, he suffers from a disease that not many of you don't know. He suffers from multiple diplomatitis. He has an army of degrees, BS Economics, LLB, BL, doctorate degrees from, honorary doctorate degree from 11 universities, including NDA. Let's put our hands together for this man. When the former AG was speaking, he said, the only way you can impress Ariafe Barola is by working hard. Very true. In fact, somebody said, Ariafe Barola's religion, his other religion is hard work. If you want to doubt that, ask me. The moment you don't play ball according to his rules, according to his ways, he has a way of describing you. Do you want to hear? He will say, Ole, Olofo. Distinguished gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to drink from his well of experience and knowledge once again. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together as I invite Ariafe Barola to the podium to say a word or two about his mentee, about his protege. Yes, we are celebrating Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI today. But people who have spoken from this podium equally said, yes, we are celebrating FAGBEMI, but we are equally celebrating Ariafe Barola. Let's celebrate him. He deserves to be so celebrated, ladies and gentlemen.
I thank God for this great day. I want to stand on the existing protocol with exception that I want to specially appreciate and acknowledge our governor, district governor. Please give me a round of applause. I especially invited him to grace this occasion with his presence. He told me he had an important assignment, and I'm aware of it because my wife's sister also came surprisingly yesterday to attend the function there, the burial of somebody. So he ran away from the place to join us. Thank you, sir. And he has been with us ever since. I appreciate you, sir. God bless you. I bless you all. May God bless all of you here. You've been here for quite a time. You've been very patient, and we appreciate you. God bless you all. I've listened carefully to the speeches of everybody. And let me, as the Supreme Court judges would say, when there are 5 or 7 judges and they are all in agreement, each will say, I adopt the judgment, the leading judgment as mine, as his. So I adopt everything you have said as mine. That means, of course, that everybody is unanimous that FAGBEMI, Prince FAGBEMI, don't mind, I don't think you will sue me for calling you just FAGBEMI. Prince FAGBEMI is a special person. Prince FAGBEMI is an uncommon man, doing uncommon things and achieving uncommon result. First, I appreciate that all of you have come from a long, long distance, and you have gone through a more deplorable state of roads. Please accept my apology for the problems we are facing. They are not problems created by FAGBEMI. They are problems created by successive governments since 1966, after the military wrongfully terminated the Constitution, which our fathers made after sitting in London for 10 years to make for us. They did not abrogate that Constitution. What they did was merely to suspend it. And I wonder how in 1990 they did not go back to it. Today, we are victims of the poor Constitution made for us. That's by the way. I saw many faces yesterday. Some I wouldn't even remember who were my lawyers who came. So I thank FAGBEMI for making it possible for many of my lawyers who came from different parts of the country because of you. Thank you very much. And I now appeal to those of you who, because of FAGBEMI, came to this place, so please go around and see what God has done for us. When I say for us, this institution, now #1 according to the Times Higher Education ranking in America, in Nigeria, is the fruit of your work, the fruit of Mother Chambers. Thank you very much. And I want to go around and see, particularly the new son we have just got, and that is the industrial park. If you have not been there, please do so. Then this evening, I know most of you are not going back. I would also like you to please visit the only one in the country, which is our own, what do you call it? What is it? Planetarium. It's the only one in West Africa, and of course, the second in the whole of Africa. That will give you opportunity of seeing how little we are, and why we should be humble and respectful. You see the expansive so-called earth for you, atmosphere, but indeed, that is what will make you more humble. So I will arrange for that, and I hope you will ensure that you all go there today. About the roads which you spoke about, I agree. I have written over 16 letters to different organizations, the minister, the president, and so on. And for your information, I've been maintaining that road between the town and this place myself. I know that you are coming, and knowing that it takes about 3 hours even to move from the town to this place, I moved in day before yesterday to make the road motorable for you. Otherwise, we have spent about 3 hours to get to this place. Now, this is our institution. It's not just an institution because I wanted the university. I didn't need the university. Didn't need it. It was established by me after 7 solid years in the University of Lagos, where I served pro bono. And was awarded by federal government the best pro-chancellor of the year for several years. So when I left the place, I said to myself, what will be the advantage of leaving billions of naira in the bank after my death? I've seen cases of senior lawyers. There was one who left about several billions, I can't tell exactly now, in the bank. And after his death, the children started to quarrel. They went to court. One of them died in the process. I won't mention the name, but you probably know. And the money is still in the bank now. It's still fighting on it. One of the children was so ill that I approached that lady Nikweku to talk to me to put the bill, hospital bill in England. I did. First time, second time, third time he died. The money is still lying there. I know as a fact and as a practitioner of law, the problem of leaving property for children. So I decided to invest this money, sell my properties, empty my bank accounts to establish a university which will reform education in every sense of it. And finally today, by the grace of God, we have been rated as #1 by Time Higher Education in America, the best, #1 in Nigeria. On this occasion, let me apologize that my Vice Chancellor is not here. And you want to know why. It's because it's in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, on this coast of South Africa, in the Indian Ocean, to obtain an award by the African Union that makes this university #1 again in the whole country. That's why she's not here. Now, to the organizers of this important reception, I want to thank Barrister Adebayo Adenipekun, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Thank you. Who thought it fit to receive our brilliant, ebullient FAGBEMI, who has been made a senior advocate. I thank all of those who joined in making this reception possible. It has afforded me the opportunity, as I said earlier, of seeing many of you, but it has also afforded them the opportunity of seeing what you have achieved. Look at this hall, for instance. Look back, look forward. I do not know where you can have this type of hall in this country, in any university. Can accommodate minimum of 7,000 people at any time. Thank you for bringing them here. And may God be with you on your journey back home. Now about my Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI. I've said so many things about him. Our highly respected Olujimi had also spent time talking about him. He joined Imani Chambers. I hope you won't be tired of listening to me. As a youth corper in 1985. Exactly at 10 years, he was the youngest of anybody in the country to be conferred with the rank of senior advocate. If you are tired, then I leave this place. But please, I think that deserves a lot of applause. This young man is an uncommon man, as I said. He's a very good listener. But he's also a fast learner. He looks cool, correct? But he's also kind, patient, industrious, predictable, progressive, innovative, and above all, appreciative and trustworthy. But as a snag, he can be stubborn when he needs arises. I have no regret in saying that, but it's polite stubbornness when it does. Now, as Attorney General, sir, you represent the government as Attorney General. But as Minister of Justice, you also represent the people. Now, in the Punch newspaper of 15th of September, 2023, the bold headline reads as follows, quote, Nigeria's debt jumps by 75% in 3 months and hits 87 trillion naira. 87 trillion naira. I'll give you a copy of my speech, please. The Tribune of 15 September, headline reads, current hardship may snowball into serious crisis, unquote. Now, as the government lawyer, if you have not read this, I give you a copy of this. Government is aware of this distressing and unhealthy heritage of 87 trillion naira debt. I can tell you that is why your naira has dived from 1 to 1, which I knew, to 1 to 1,000 per dollar now. an unbearable situation. It is a common saying that when a person inherits suffocating debt, he does not only lose his sleep, he cannot plan for any capital investment. This is why many Nigerians, including my humble self, have been urging the government to tackle the fundamental structures that have caused the inequality and poverty in the country. While the government may be studying the situation, the truth is that Nigerians are becoming more and more impatient. The longer adage is that we should not treat leprosy with the drugs meant for scabies. I repeat, as I've said before in this place, that what we need, just as stated by somebody else here today, is a new constitution. I remember DVC, acting for my BC, said something similar to that. But he wouldn't know much about law. The English jurist and philosopher, Sir Francis Bacon, known to be a master of the English tongue, once described the office of the Attorney General as follows: it is a painful task. It says painfulest task in the realm. That is, the office you are holding is the most painfulest task in the realm. Then another English great man said, his name is Sir Patrick Hastings. You must have read before. To be an attorney general is to be in hell. Gentlemen, to be an attorney general is to be in hell. H-E-double-L. LATEEF FAGBEMI, Hastings said, to be an attorney general is to be in hell. You won't be in hell. FAGBEMI is a private managed chambers. They have learned how to turn things around. I believe that with the experience you have gathered in my chambers, you can turn things around and build a new Nigeria through a new constitution, under which policy shall be no longer be regarded as a transnational business. The new constitution, which everybody is pleading for, shall mandate political office holders to treat their offices as avenues for rendering service to the people and not for stealing public money or for making money. The Attorney General, you can make history. You can turn things around. You can build a new Nigeria if only a new constitution comes to place and they emphasize politics as the only lucrative business in the country. Keep hope alive. Thank you very much indeed.
A very big round of applause for our Baba. Please, we can do better, we can do better, we can do better. May I respectfully ask the honoree of today, Prince Abdul-Lateef Olasunkami FAGBEMI FCIArb, to please come to the podium. Then may we have the pleasure of all Emmanuelites present here to join us. Respectfully, sir, Chief Akin Olujimi. All Emmanuelites, both past and present,
join in the presentation of the
my
award
Lord
to the
Justices Aluko and Lawa. SAN present. Learned colleagues present. Your Excellency, sir, by association, because I was there at the 60th anniversary of Baba, when you said you were coming to Chi Library Wanu. Please join us. Yeah, can you please join us, man?
On behalf of the Money Chambers, worldwide, so please, LATEEF, Onasukami, FAGBEMI, Senior Director of Nigeria, FCIArb, Foundation, well-deserved appointment as the Honorable Minister and the Federation. This day, 23rd September 2023.
Today is a beautiful day, a day that the Lord has made, and it is beautiful in our eyes. Today, FCIArb have seen another joy in his life. The making of Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI as the Attorney General of the Federation of Nigeria. Your Excellency, sir, on behalf of the founder, the Chancellor of FAGBEMI University area, FAGBEMI, and his amiable wife, our mother. We present this little gift to you. And this one for mommy. She's not here. We have our products. Your Excellency, sir. We have our products from the industrial park. This is poundo yam. From original yam, gari, from original cassava, and ogi, from original corn from the founder's farm. Kindly deliver one to His Excellency the President of the Federation of Nigeria, and Tinubu, and the other one for you, sir. You're welcome to aboard once again. One of the children of Are Afe Babalola, out of many children, including the governor. We welcome you, sir, and we appreciate you. Thank you. Thank
So much has been said about our Baba, and we have just seen a token demonstration of his kindness and philanthropy. Once again, Baba, thank you. We appreciate you, sir. At this juncture, it's important to state that we are gradually getting to the end of the event. And may I, with respect, invite today's honoree for his response. You're most welcome to the podium, sir. Can we please...
Your Excellency, the Governor of Ekiti State, no matter how you shorten protocol, you cannot leave out certain people. I recognize you. Then my boss, my father, my mentor, my advisor, my confidant, everything. Chief Are Afe Babalola. I won't bother about your chains of degrees and some recognitions because there will be no end. Even the one you didn't ask for, they dash you. My mama, the year God is the only one who knows the end before the beginning. It was just by providence that I got to Chief Afe Babalola's office. Forgive me, Are, you know, like somebody who became a governor later, what I used to call him was Chief of Staff, Chief of Staff, Chief of Staff. So if I say daddy, 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 it doesn't mean that because out there, we don't refer to this Are and other things, so as if you are our mate. You are not. I wanted to join or go to the north for my practice. But my father insisted that he felt that Omo Kurinye, apparently referring to Are Fabaola, Urukweti Wanta, and it would be nice, without forcing you, if you can stay or be in his chambers. I didn't know how to approach the matter, but somehow Alhaji M. Kesoni, who was my uncle and the father of Sikiru Soni Esquire, did the first assignment. And the report was that there was no promise, but will be considered. So we got to Chief Afe Babalola's office in 1984 for the usual chambers attachment. Along the line, I was given an assignment, and after returning the assignment, the question was, where do you want to do your youth service? I said, anywhere God said I wanted. Chief, it's not true. It was your place you wanted. I wanted. As Providence, again, will have it, I was posted to Oyo State. My cousin, Sikiru Soni, was posted to Anambra. So we had to look for a way to bring him back. All is now history. The first thing Are told us was that we should go for our master's degree. So I finished from University of Jos. I didn't want to go to any northern university again. I wanted to come to either Lagos, Nsukka, or Ife. But I had to consider the economic implication. Lagos was going to be too expensive for me. I didn't know anybody in Nsukka. So the only available option was Ife. But we both obtained forms for all these places, and we were admitted. So I summoned courage to tell Chief, I've secured admission. He said, to do what? He said, to go for my master's degree. He said, you don't need it. I said, please, Chief, forgive me. When we came, the instruction you gave us was that we should go and do our master's. I would want to follow that one. I said, okay. And we will be resuming in September. He said, no, you'll be going from this office. He said, I registered for full-time as a full-time student. You know, what Chief wants is what he wants. And the usual answer is, I don't know anything about that. You'll be going from the office. It is okay, sir. That was how we started. But before then, when we came, we were in his boys' quarters. Apart from the fact that we were sleeping in the boys' quarters, every other thing was the same. But we were not feeling free at all. He would take us to the table right from the office. As soon as we arrived from office, you see, women who want to live long in their husband's place have to learn. Ọ̀rọ̀ ogun kọ́ lélẹ́yìn. As soon as we came, the structure of the house was such that you could come into the dining room from the garage. And as soon as Baba came, Mama would say, sit down. She will remove Baba's socks, shoe and socks. Then we'll start our meal. All of us. No matter how benevolent Chief was or wanted to be, unless an enabling environment or situation was created by Mama, we will have no place. Thank you very much, Mama. Whenever lunch or dinner was served, Chief would not start until we all came. He will be telling us, Emuero, take meat. we are taking some. We were not feeling comfortable. But give it to Chief, apart from the fact that God has blessed him, he has also blessed him through his children. We could send them on any, although Professor Buiga, yes, you understand? So, except occasionally to ask you to bring cup for us, nothing. Biodun, somehow, yes. So I thank you all. I thank you because they were very friendly. Even in spite of that, we were not free. Only Fola was our contemporary. She was in faraway Lagos. It was not the age of cell phone, apart from the usual landline. Anytime we managed to get her, we say, are you coming this weekend? Come over. When she started, she would tell us, boys, what do you want to take? There was the time we told her we wanted rice and beans. She prepared everything, set the table, dodo and all. You know, for the well-to-do, you have plate or dish for each of these items. She set the table and said, yes, boys, everything is ready. We now said, to come and do what? Said, come over. Come to where? To the main house. We are not coming. Look for a plate and bring the thing here. He said, no, there are about 4 or 5 plates. I said, who sent you? Put everything in one plate and bring. So, okay, except occasionally when we had the opportunity to bring her from Lagos. And not that we'll give her any money. Everything was on the neck of, I'm so sorry, our young man, Baba. But I appreciate it till tomorrow that Yeye Are never troubled us. She took us as our children. Unless a man who wants to fool himself, forgive me, will say, yes, my wife has no role. Women, you are strong. Oh. That was the situation. We were many in chambers. Somebody came and people have said, oh, your guy is a capitalist, he said this, is that. Yes, he won't give you an assignment that he himself would not participate in. When you are given an assignment, it's also there. So 2 things would define your relationship, or 3. Brilliance, in fact that is number 1. Then, because here is a man whose diplomacy is defined by brilliance, loyalty, and honesty. If you don't have that, forget it. No matter what offense you have committed, and it was very easy. If you committed an offense, just look for a fine point of law, however angry, and you will see it. He doesn't pretend. As soon as you come, it is the first attack. Say, Chief, I'm greeting you, sir. He won't answer. If you you repeat the thing, you now say, yes, they said you did so, so, and so. We were not in the habit of giving chief information unless you were ready to defend it. Because he would never hide the identity of his informant. And that's why we had serious problems. If you are looking for this mic and you thought or felt that you were doing Chief a favor, say, Chief, it was Mr. X who took this. You will call that Mr. X pungently. You took so, 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 and so. If there is a denier, he calls the informant. And he said, that thing you told me is denying. So that was why we were very careful in giving any information. Now, let me fast forward this. When I was to become a senior advocate, I was very, very scared and afraid because I needed a document from Chief. After filling the form, he said, yes. Have you filled it? I said, yes. He said, is everything okay? I said, no, sir. He said, what is outstanding? I said, you need to write a letter stating so, so, and so. Isiaka was our secretary in the office. So bring 2 sheets of paper, one on the letterhead, the other one a plain sheet. Chief signed. So go and put whatever you want there that you know will satisfy the requirement. I just burst into tears. I said, go now. He said, this is what it means. I said, yes, sir. I said, go. So what I did was to prepare a draft. I gave to him. So what is the care? I said, so that you go through and be satisfied. I said, I don't want to see it. Go and, you have put it, go and do it. Chief, I thank you. If you didn't write, because it was a precondition, the thing would have ended there. I always remember this. Chief Olujimi, I appreciate you. I thank you sincerely. I say it anywhere, and I will say it. You are my boss. I recognize that. When we came into that office, the advice of my father, may God be pleased with him, that anywhere you are, you first identify those you can learn from. Don't look for money. The money will look for you. And I found that to be true even among, when we, in the Christendom. It says, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and every other thing shall be added unto it. And he was always very available. There was nothing I wanted him to do that he would not do. He put me through. So I tied my cloth to his apron string. And since then, he has added me to his own baggage. Chief Olujimi, thank you very much. I am not giving a vote of thanks. In the office, we were many. One thing about litigation is that it can be frustrating at times. We went to Oyo. There was a lady, very brilliant, very beautiful, very affectitious. She has mounted the podium. She mounted the podium about, I think, an hour or so ago. Lady Izu. We used to call her Bimbo Bamidele. She got discouraged because we had a matter in Oyo. We had prepared for it. We argued. None of us felt that we could lose the case. We lost it. And she used to call me my lawyer. My lawyer. Practice more. I tried to persuade her that I was also young But in litigation, surprises will come. She said no. You needed to see this lady. If she wrote anything for you then, go and sleep. She left for Lagos. I think since then, this is just about the third time that we are meeting. But I know you're there. We are many in chambers. Many, many, many. My cousin, of course, we started together. Chief Esson, may God be pleased with him, was our big oga. Because in the line of reporting, she's like is it Court of Appeal? Then Chief is the Supreme Court. But you see, the Court of Appeal was also groaning. There was a day Chief Esson had prepared to attend a function in Ileoluji. Sonny, are you there? I didn't know, you know, Chief is not given to going to parties. No, I mean our boss. So he just came in the afternoon of Friday and said, yes, Abba, I understand you want to travel. Chief Esson said yes. He said, just look at this file for me. It's urgent. As soon as you finish, let me have it, then you can go. When Chief Esson browsed through, he now started complaining. He said, Chief, you know this thing, I can't finish until Monday. I said, look, what can we do? Are we going to beat him? We are reporting to you. So what do you want us to do? He said, Chief, I said, go and sort out yourself. He had given the file to you. What he expected in return was result. How you get it is not the issue. You don't come back and say it's not possible. It doesn't exist in his dictionary. Yes, and I always tell my children. In fact, my son followed me today. He said, look, I want to see Chief. It's okay. When we got back to the hotel, himself and one of my very good lawyers in chambers, very honest, Latifa, stand up. When we returned to the government house where we were lodged, he said, Oga, it's true, we now saw where you got this commanding something from. Because Chief gave an assignment yesterday. So when we got here, they said the thing had not been done. He now said, call the person now. Somebody said, sir, he said, after 10 seconds, bring your phone. Call him. So my son said, oh, I see. Was he to, I mean, he was to, was he to have been a soldier before the law? I said, I don't know. You had the opportunity of meeting him. Why did you ask him? Marzuk, stand up. There is no way you stay with Chief that you won't take, not one, many things. And they have been assisting us. They have been assisting us to the extent that, you know, Emmanuel Chambers is now synonymous with the law school. Those of us from Kwara, they believe that we are well versed in Quran, and nobody can claim to have better knowledge of Quran than people from Ilorin. So, if anybody claimed to have come from any other place, he said, this man is from Ekpe. You know, Ekpe is also a renowned place. You say, Ekpe. He said, who is your teacher? He said, my teacher came from Abeokuta. That's your teacher. Who was his teacher? They will trace, and they finally say, oh, the original person was from Ilorin. They say, that's the connection. So in law, unless you are able to trace your route to Emmanuel Chambers, I don't think you can claim any recognition. So I'm always very proud when they talk of Afebola, and I tried it one day and it worked. Somebody came to me, no, we were talking, and he along the line just mentioned Chief Afebola. I said, that's my boss. said, my son has been looking for admission. There is, I said, what are the factors? Your that I don't know, scores. Mentioned it. I said, don't worry. It was not a risk. I knew the thing. So I punched the phone and Chief picked it. I said, Chief, it's FAGBEMI. He said, Mama. I said, somebody wanted admission, this. Now called, not this time, not Isiaka. There was somebody. He called and he said they should take the particulars. And the man looked at me. He said, this is magic. I said, no, it's our university. That's my boss. That is my boss. So, it is a name. We are always proud to use. We use it, Chief. Anywhere we go, we use it. God will preserve you for a long time and in good health. Sir, the man sitting to your right, that is the governor. I have thanked him on your behalf. He hosted us. But beyond that, he came to my chalet this morning. The first thing he talked about was about this road. He's a man who loves you. He has said one or two things before. He doesn't pretend. He also needs prayers and support. All the people who put this event together, starting from those who mooted the idea, those who encouraged them, those or the person who gave approval, and the person who made this hall available. When I say available, including, you know, the preparation for this event, God will bless you. Emmanuel Chambers, we were many. We have produced, and produced. It's an incubator, and it will continue to function like that. How else do you explain it? More than 25 senior advocates. Judges are here. If we are telling lies, is Justice Aluko around? Yes. He's the point of contact. Justice Lawan, are you there? So what is anybody saying? I don't want to talk about commissioners, special advisors, littered all over. Littered all over. I want to thank you. We are still getting connected. We are many here. Professor Aderi Bigbe, thank you. Oga Adenipekun and the wife, thank you for your abiding interest. I am not to give the vote of thanks. Otherwise, I'll mention Oga Dupe. When you were on UTB and others, I remember you, and when matters got hot, you know, at times we come to you, you give us advice. I won't forget. I want to thank you. The registrar of this university, Ms. Oluborode, I thank you. Papa, Judge Oluborode, played a very significant role in my life. I did a criminal matter before him. Before I got home, got to the office, he had reported to Chief. Oh yes. No, it was a positive report. And like I said, if you committed any offense, you would know as soon as you got to the office. There would be no pretense. So before I came, he had asked, where is FAGBEMI? He said, Chief is calling you. I knew I had not committed any offense. But when I got to the door, I ruminated, what was it that could have called me for? Now said, yes, the criminal matter you went for, it went on well. I said, yes, sir. Then what is for me? Keep it up. If you didn't do well, however close you may be to him, you get your result immediately. It's like a computer marked exam. I was in Lagos. I went to Lagos and I came back. They struck out my case. So when I was, when he came in the evening, I collected his bag. We were climbing the stairs. So, FAGBEMI, I said, yes, sir. Where were you today? I said, I went to Lagos, sir. So what happened? I said, sir, you know they struck out my case. Then he looked back. He was to collect his suitcase and ask me to go. You go on suspension, yes? So it occurred to me that I should add that I immediately prepared a motion to release, got a date, and served it. So brilliant. So that was how I escaped. Yes. So it is, you do it, you get the accolades, you fail, you can get 2 strict, commendations 5 in one day, strictures 5. It depends on, so if you go 5 minutes, at 5 minutes interval, the first one you have brilliant. The second one is you are a useless person. Now, I want to thank Chief Olujimi again. I told Chief Olujimi called, he said, have you informed Chief about your nomination? I said no. He said, you need to. I said, but they have not cleared us. I don't know. They have not cleared us. He said, no. Tell him now. I said, okay, he will abuse me. He said, what basarani? So I said, it's okay. So I called. I said, Chief, it's FAGBEMI, sir. I said, say whatever you want to say. I said, yes, sir. You want to tell me that you are nominated for ministerial appointment? You know, the voice started traveling. I said, yes, sir. Who did you tell? Did you tell me? I said, that's why I'm calling. Calling to say what? Before your name has gone. I said, Chief, I didn't know anything about it, but when I come back, I will let you know. So now, have you accepted? Tell me. I said, Chief, yes, sir, because of the circumstances. I said, okay, oh.
Yeah, man.
He now prayed. Later, after the screening, he called and also sent a text to commend me and also he gave me some advice. Chief, this was the way it came. I didn't submit any application for the appointment. I know that people were insinuating. The first time I got to know was when somebody went to another person and we are complaining about their nomination. The person they went to now called me to say, FAGBEMI. So you can be looking for this type of thing and you will not tell me. And I said, what? He said, what do you mean? Mr. X has just spoken to me. I said, sir, if you believe me, I don't know anything about it. And I called Chief Olujimi. I said, this is what I heard. I now called the person who went. I said, sir, I understand you went to Mr. X and Mr. Y and talked about so and so. He said, what's your own business? When we finish the thing, if you like, you can say you don't want. Then we'll take it up from that angle. I said, okay. Thank you, sir. Mr. President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu also told me this, and I thank him. He said, Majak anybody to him. Oh, many shemue. I now got to know how the CV, haphazardly prepared, was made available, and I didn't know that my own brother, Kamal, was one of the coup plotters. Kamal, let them see your face. Stand up now. Where is he? Okay. I didn't know that they had approached him to bring the CV. When I got to the DSS office, and they were asking for a copy of my CV, I had never prepared one in my life because there was no need for it. They now said, I said I will bring it. They said, look, are you ready for, are you not aware of this? That your colleagues had prepared theirs about 6 months ago. So if you ask them, they will just give it to you. So I came back home. I sent him to where I finished my HSC to go and collect my certificate. Yes. And 2 other places. So I had to merge everything together. All the same, Chief, I have accepted this responsibility. What I now need is your advice. Not today alone. Always. We cannot all say because the way they are doing it, we don't like. Then you leave them. I am not a politician though, but we have to be there. The APC National Secretary, my brother, most distinguished Senator Jibola, I recognize you. When we were doing the case for Mr. President, right from 2019, he was always available. He will write and give to us. Please consider this. I appreciate you. God bless you. And I'm very grateful to Baba, we call him Baba Tunes from Oshogbo. Baba, thank you very much for coming. And publicly, thank you for giving me money. You know, yes, you are older, you are my father, you are richer, richest. So if you give me, I take it. I have taken it. It's not a bribe. You have no case in the Ministry of Justice or against federal government, and you have always been doing that to me. I appreciate you. Each and every person in this hall, even the policeman, the retired AIG, thank you very much. You know, it was because of the tenacity of Chief Afe Babalola that Abubakar Sav designated you as a special officer to attend to all matters coming from Afe Babalola. I recall you were in, please sit down, sir, Abubakar Sav's office to secure the bail of somebody called Asolo, who was arrested, I think, about 3 days to Christmas. Every other person had spoken to Abubakar Sav. He said he was not going to release the man on bail. So Chief said, FAGBEMI? Said, yes, sir. Catch him. So we went to the house of Abubakar Sav as Commissioner of Police. We got there. The first thing he would do was to intimidate us. He had an imposing, a slightly imposing figure. So when I got there with Akman, Ubong Akman, I just told myself that you have a match. Yes. We got there. He didn't talk to us. I said, Akman, sit down. So I also sat down. Abubakar was on his feet. Then he has to scamper for chair. He now sat. Because if we stood by, we continue like that, there will be no meaningful engagement. We just sat down. Now say, yes, yes. So we came to secure the bail of so person. He said he was not going to grant him bail. I said, see, This man is pastoring a church, and this is Christmas period. I am a Muslim, but it doesn't mean that you should be insensitive to what goes on in the other religion. Please give him bail. Let him go and do his work. He will come back after Christmas. Then he made the mistake of his life. He said, I'm not going to grant him. Even Shode has spoken to me. Shode was the newly appointed administrator of Oyo State. Having sensed that Abubakar Sahib was not going to give us bail, I changed the discussion. And I said, you are very rude, Mr. Asaf. Is it our administrator you are calling like, you are abusing like that? He said, Shode has spoken to you. You see your mate? I knew that if I was able to turn the table along that line, that yes, I engaged him. He told Chief when he came back. I said, you are talking, you are under him. He's a military administrator. He said, you won't take him. So Shode, is Shode your mate? He got the message. Now I said, what I'm saying is that I need to go to Lagos. When we come back from Lagos, I will let you know. He got to Lagos. After last name was already there. Achibong Nkana was the DIG then. When he got to Nkana, Nkana scolded him and said, we have told you that when you are posted to a place, you look for those who can help you on your job. This Afebaola is one of them. The way you have treated him is not the right way. He came back. He called. Chief knew what had happened. I said, Chief, my name is Abubakar Sav. I am the Commissioner of Police, Oyo State. Chief said, you are very rude. I said, I said, yes. Those who are senior to me, when they talk to me, they prefix it with sir. He said, I'm so sorry, sir. I am so. I said, okay. He said, I want to come to you. He mentioned the date. Chief said, no, that's another mistake on your part. You asked for my convenience. That day you mentioned is not convenient for me. He gave him another date. So when he came, what Chief told me was that he asked, where is that short man you sent to me? I was the short man. You can see that I'm a bit taller now. So it was the name of Chief Afebaola that made Abubakar Saab to say, okay, all mails or correspondence coming from Afebaola should be assigned to a designated officer. And that, I think you are there. Yes. So it is better to have a good name. Your name shakes, it resonates all over. I'm happy to be your boy. And I use the name and I will continue to use it. So if you heard that FAGBEMI use your name, is true. And I'm not alone. We'll all use it. Like I said, this is not an occasion for vote of thanks. But I just have to thank you. I have to thank you all for coming. Adenupekun's wife is like my sister. He prays for me. I know God will answer your prayers too. Everybody here, I appreciate you. I appreciate my good sister, Fola Ali Ne Afebaola. Yes. Yes. I appreciate everybody. Biodun, Boyega, Tokpe, all of them. You didn't trouble us. At least we sent you on 1 or 2 errands. And you did. Professor, God bless you. You came here safely. God will return all of us back to our different destinations safely. My very good brother in the Ministry of Justice, but now loaned to be the Attorney General here. I thank you very much. He was always there for us. You can make a mistake, you think he's a small boy. He's not a small boy. But God has blessed him with stature. And you will never see him shout. And very effective. Even in the ministry, when I got there, you see, when I run into trouble, you know I will call you. And I always do. And you will tell me his candid view. I appreciate you. Everybody here, from A to Z, 2A, Adeyemi, Yinka, and all that, about our running to the magistrate court, you can see that it has now paid off. Even though I was not doing well then in class, I have made it up from my running to the magistrate court. It has paid off. My lords, God will take you back to your different destinations safe and sound. Papa, like the glory of sunset, your night will be peaceful. Thank you.
May I observe all protocols already established? The Executive Governor of Ekiti State and our dear Baba, Ariafe Babalola, I observe all other existing protocols. I was billed to give the vote of thanks, but the Honorable Attorney General has given the vote of thanks already. So I'll just say one or two things. To the organizing committee, to God first, who made this possible for us to be gathered here to celebrate one of our own. And to our Baba, Are, somebody had done this, I have to do the same thing. We appreciate you, sir. We thank you. Oga has given the vote of thanks, so I'll just say this. I won't go into that again. We thank you for what you made of all of us. A lot of us came to your chambers not having any direction. You gave us directions. Some of us came, we had it in us, but you helped us to bring these things out. You taught us that he who prays the hardest works the hardest. That's what you had in your office in Ibadan. And we really appreciate you, sir. We haven't done enough for you, sir. So I think we'll be failing in our duties if we don't, as alumni of that chambers, put something on this campus. Up till now, when we see Baba, he still gives us money. We haven't given anything in return. And I know it will gladden his heart if we all come together and then put a structure here to show that we appreciate what he has done for us. We cannot thank you enough, sir. This thank you is for you, sir. You know, I would like all of us to please stand up and please clap and appreciate this man who gave his all for all of us. What do you give somebody who gave King's College billions of naira? We don't have what to give to you, sir. We have this small plaque. I'll call on the Honorable Governor of Ekiti State, Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI, Chief Olujimi, to please come up to present this rule. While they are coming, I want to appreciate Mommy. People call her Yeye. I'm used to calling her Mommy, so Yeye is not very straight in my mouth. I still call her Mommy. She's always there for Chief. And I remember back in Ibadan, Chief will say, oh, Yeye, Adura lo ma ngba nti e. Ma, we see the reward and answer to your prayers. And we pray for you too, ma. Onje omo ni kan lenu yin ma. When it's time for you to do more and enjoy more, sickness, àìsàn ò ní gbé yín dè, lágbára Ọlọ́run. For all you have done, may God reward you with bountiful harvests. In Jesus' name. While today is fast spent, all Emmanuelites, please join us on the stage to present this to our Baba. And please don't forget, sir, I'm tasking Mr. Adenekwe Kwesien. We have to come together and put something on this campus to show that we appreciate what he has done for us.
your children from Emmanuel Chambers. All of us, both learned and those of us that are not learned and educated, you have them all over the world. They are presenting this to you, Daddy, in appreciation of your sterling qualities, which have impacted greatly on Emmanuelites as you continue to soar on an ego, as an ego, with recognition and appointment of Prince LATEEF FAGBEMI, and more will still come in your lifetime as the attorney, as the Honorable Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation of Federal Republic of Nigeria. They said they remain indebted to you. Long may you live, Daddy. Congrats, Daddy. Congrats.
In closing,
Baba, You are my